Hello guys, welcome back to Madden 18 GM mode or franchise mode, however you would like to call it. But we're here. In episode 1 we covered I think the first 3 weeks and the draft of our team. And we have done some simming and some, broadcasting or whatever you want to call it in the meantime, and we were off to a fantastic start. Now, we are coming off of a loss, and we have been hit with the injury bug. So this isn't just, an episode with a bunch of good news. We actually have some major injuries that are going to hinder our offense. And it did hinder, indeed, the offense when it happened in week 5 against Jacksonville. We lost 9-27. It was a raining game. So, there was a lot of fumbles, things like that. But Dalvin Cook went down with a broken hand. And so that is going to, I think, sideline him for like 5 to 8 weeks, something like that. We were on a hot streak here. Offense was doing pretty good. I mean, really the last 3 weeks, it's been kind of, decent, average offense. First 2 weeks that second week was insane. But we did end up beating the Ravens. So I was thinking, there was a time period where quarterbacks just did not get hurt in Madden. I think it was from 19 to like 22. And then they finally addressed, or even possibly 23. And then they finally addressed it in Madden 24 where quarterbacks actually getting hurt again. But I thought it was this Madden. But no, it's not this Madden. We're going to take a look at the injuries real quick. The injury report. We are riddled with injuries. Like, it's almost like too much almost. Like, we might have to address that. It's really bad. So 7 weeks for Dalvin Cook. Justin Durant on top of that went down. So we are that much shorter at edge rusher. Kobe Fleener. I mean, this guy was killing it. He was a good big target for a young Patrick Mahomes to go to. 4 touchdowns, man. On pace to have that 2014 season again, and it's done. That happened in last week's game, and all 3 of these injuries happened in last game. It was a raining game, so, whatever. We also lost Jack Mewhort, shoulder tear, left guard. So these are all starters, guys. Barron, we've been without him, and Mike Glisley since about week 2. Both backups, but still depth. It's been rough. We have been hit with the most injuries by far compared to any other team in the league, but there have been some more serious injuries for other teams. Derrick Henry has been out for Tennessee. Garrett Blunt. Mike Glennon, which is the Bengals starter, by the way. Complete ACL tear, possibly career ending, who knows. He's out for 40 weeks. Moving over, you can kind of see a lot of teams just have. Now, okay, the Chargers have been hit with an injury bug. Not quite as bad as ours, but still pretty bad. Matthew Stafford, their quarterback. Torn bicep, 8 weeks, he's done. Their starting strong safety, TJ Ward, is done for 5 weeks. Dislocated elbow. So, we're not the only team to be hit with injuries, but we have been hit the most by far. There's some key players, though, missing on some of these teams. Russell Wilson has been out for a long time. He's getting close to returning, but Jacksonville beat us with Josh McCown, their second string quarterback. That's how devastating of a loss we took last week. Really surprising. It was an upset for sure. Cam Newton is out for a while. So you can see there's injuries, but Keenan Allen has been out. So there's been injuries. But obviously we are getting hit with injuries like crazy. So what I am going to do, I like injuries in the game. It's a part of the sport. at least for now, until they take out injuries. The NFL just getting softer and softer every year. But we're gonna go to gameplay sliders. I don't think this affects the sim injuries, but it could. And we're gonna bump this down to 33. And we're just gonna see what that does. Okay. We are hit with the injury bug. Patrick Mahomes still healthy though. That's good news. And we have a huge game, which we will be tuning in to this episode against the 5-0 Kansas City Chiefs. I don't know what their team looks like, but they obviously have a squad. So we are going to take a look at it. But before we do, we're going to do a little bit of scouting. We have been kind of going, let's be honest, we're going to have a later draft pick. So I've been kind of going for the later players here, trying to see who I like. We could, Tavares Turner looks really good, tight end there. Guys that, possibly we could have here. Finish scouting. Curtis Pickett, there's some good players in this draft so far I've seen. I don't really know exactly what position we're kind of going for. I think, obviously I want to address tackle, but there isn't really that many tackles in this draft. In this draft class. The one guy in the top 100, Ryan Natkin, is a bust. He's definitely not a third round talent. I was thinking maybe we could do safety, maybe free safety. Let's finish scouting Sidney Roby. He kind of doesn't look that good. Obviously, you can never have too many wide receivers. Plus, we get a bonus for them for some reason. I'm not sure why, but they're cheaper. I forget what the mechanic is in that regards. Free safety, Henry Fair. How does he look? Well, I'm not keen on a player's best attribute being that he's hard hitting. I don't even know if I want to scout anymore, honestly. Rayshawn Long, A- hits. Okay, I mean, hit power is A-. I mean, if you're going to have your hit power be at the top, it better at least be an A, right? So it's an A-. Decent player, I guess. Not really what we need. We want coverage for sure. Now, he was strong safety, but we could possibly look at outside, edge rushers since we're dealing with injuries there. That could be a thing that we deal with next year as well. Alexander Griffith isn't going to be that guy, though. Free safety, Bradley McGee. What's he look like? Oh, B- zone. We will want to continue to scout him. Overall, this is kind of so our scouted so far, this is what we've scouted. We haven't come across anything that looks insanely good. I would argue Curtis Pickett is the best guy we've seen so far. B+ finesse moves looks really nice. I have a center scouted here is decent. Sides. Left guard Riley Z-Man looks really good actually. Could try and get him and address our left guard position. When you have a fantasy draft team, it is hard to kind of know where you need to go with your picks because you typically don't have an older team, right? At least when I draft. Like, we are set at quarterback for the whole series. I mean, Patrick Mahomes is 2184 overall. I mean, unless he just plays really bad, which I don't think he is going to, he's going to be our guy. And he may never get to a high 90 overall because he only has normal development, but I just don't think it matters. I think he's so young, he'll get to the 90s fairly quickly. And let me just show you what he's done so far this year. Yeah. He's he's going to be okay. I think this Patrick Mahomes is going to turn into the Patrick Mahomes we know. I'm not worried. So that's set. Running back is set. With the odd occasion of worries about injury. Dalvin Cook had been healthy all the way up to week 5, but when he did take that injury, it was a serious one. A complete shattered hand, and he's out for 7 weeks. But he's superstar dev, so I just don't think any type of injury bug is really going to bother us. You know, that's something hopefully we could work on. I know you can in this Madden. His injury is 86. You know, we'll see. But I think we're okay at running back. We could definitely use a second running back. At wide receiver, we're more than okay. We have Devontae Adams, Martavis Bryant, and Ryan Switzer, who I have no clue who that is, but in this universe, he's quick development. So he's actually a really good player to have on our team. The only issue I see is if we struggle to be able to maintain all these players and pay them. If we can pay them all, then we have our offense for multiple years to come. I mean, you even look at tight end Kobe Fleener, who just took an injury and he's 28. We have Jesse James right behind him, who's an 81 overall, age 23. No, he will never probably be at Fleener's level, but he is 23 and he is normal dev, so he'll grow at a decent rate. You know, maybe you address that. The biggest holes on this offense is the tackles, both sides. Yes, Leno is 25, but he's a normal dev and he's only 76 overall. At left guard, we're fine there, except for when we take injury, so we could use some depth at every position here, really, for the offensive line. But then you look at our other tackle, Jordan Mills. He's 26 years old, normal dev, 76 overall. So we got to get our tackles. Once we get our tackles, I don't really know what else there is that I can do for the offense, other than just try and get them all paid when it comes time. For the defense, we got McKinley, who is a rookie. 21 years old, normal dev, but 78 overall. He's going to be just fine. You're talking high 80s at the least, right? When he gets into his prime. And then, of course, we need a right end because, yeah, we don't really have anybody here for the future. And at DT, we are a little older. This is another older position, so we could use a DT now that I'm actually thinking about it. Chris Baker is good, but he will be regressing. In this Madden, I do believe regression starts at the age 29. There is no adjusting that or anything like that. That's one thing I think Madden has improved so much when it comes to the control that we have. Like, we're able to adjust XP sliders, we're able to adjust injuries, we're able to adjust, obviously, the gameplay sliders, but now we're able to adjust the progression rates for not just per position, but per age, and we can adjust the regression, at what age we want it to start and impact, and also what position do we want it to impact more. I don't have that in this game, or for this series, so we got to keep that in mind. 29, I'm pretty sure, is the age where regression starts to hit. So we'll see what happens there. Moving over, we have a left outside linebacker. This is an older position as well, so we do need to look at an edge rusher on the left side. Justin Durant is also out with injury. He's 31. He's going to regress, so he is definitely probably, don't think we want him starting next year. So we'll think about that. Middle linebacker, we are set for the series. We got CJ Mosley. Obviously, Barron took an injury, so Max is getting some playing time. But if we could get another middle linebacker, that would be nice. And then right outside linebacker, we have T.J. Watt playing. The rookie. He is only normal development in this game, but he is 2278. So again, he's gonna be a solid player. I think we don't have any issues with this team until it comes to having to pay all of these players at the same time. That's when the series is gonna get really interesting, and the team could change dramatically. I don't know. It wouldn't be realistic if we could pay all of these players. Um, if we end up being able to pay all these players, that's gonna be Madden's fault for just not handling the salary cap correctly. It's gonna be interesting to see. I can't really remember how good the salary was in this game. I know in recent Maddens it's been pretty bad, though Madden 24 was supposed to have just gotten a patch to fix salary cap. I don't know how true that is. So Janoris Jenkins, I mean, by the time we have to go pay everybody, we probably won't want to pay him anyways. This will be his last year without getting hit with regression. But we do have the young rookie Marshawn Lattimore, Adoree Jackson, the rookie Adoree Jackson. So, like, we got two studs. Though I will say Lattimore is only a normal dev. But, again, 21-year-old rookie. Adoree Jackson, 21, but with quick development. It's so funny because we're probably going to end up seeing Adoree Jackson leap Marshawn Lattimore. So that'll be interesting to see. We have Kevin Byard, who is a normal dev, 77, 24-year-old. We could technically upgrade here, though he's had a pretty good season, I want to say, so far. Yeah, 21 tackles, and he had that blocked kick, I believe. He was the one that did it, and no interceptions, though. So we'll see. Keep our eyes on that. And then at safety, or strong safety, we could definitely upgrade here. Just because Micah Hyde, he's 26 normal dev, 79. He's not going to develop that high. So we could you could argue safeties. So that is where we're sitting at in my mindset of, the team. I know we just went over them in last episode, but just want to refresh. They're all playing fairly well. So I do believe I want to target DTs a little more. Just go to scouted real quick. I haven't even scouted any. I didn't actually realize. I think that's the first position we want to go. Because, that is the oldest position. Yeah, but this is what we're looking like. If there's anybody that sticks out, let me know. Maybe I'll think about drafting them. These are the focus players that we're kind of working on here. I have Patrick Mahomes. He has normal dev, but which kind of sucks. We could focus on Adoree Jackson, but I feel like we gotta have Patrick Mahomes in there just to give him that little bit of extra XP. So yeah. And there you go. Alrighty, so I was reading the headline there. I'm sorry, kind of zoned out. We already know that though. So okay, let's take a look at this team, this 5-0 Chiefs team. Why are they 5-0? And then we're gonna get into that gameplay, man. That's really all I have for this episode. Oh, they have 93 overall Matt Ryan. So there you go. There's a strong quarterback to have. And running back's decent. Running back position, they got Jeremy Hill. I feel like he fell off, didn't he? They have Brandon Cooks and Mike Wallace. Quincy and Nunwa. Wow. Okay. Well, Brandon Cooks and Mike Wallace, that's a strong two. And then Jared Cook, he was really good back in the day. For offensive line, they have a pretty good offensive line. Weakness in that right guard. Maybe we can take advantage of that. Chris Averill. Oh, Jordan Phillips. Okay, that's a decent. Um, that's a decent line right there. Ryan Kerrigan. Oof. Okay. Ryan Shazier. I was about to say R.I.P., but he didn't die, but he did get paralyzed for that moment that had to relearn how to walk. So, glad to see that he was able. I'm pretty sure he was able to recover and walk, but he never did play football again. So, he is here today, though, in this universe, in this world, alongside young Deion Jones. Whatever happened to Deion Jones? Whatever happened to him? He kind of disappeared, but yeah. Sheldon Richardson. Okay, so they have Terrence Newman, a 38-year-old corner. How is he? Okay, no, he's slow. He's so slow. 87, 86 acceleration. They do have Marlon Humphreys, 21, 78 overall, and then, of course, DRC, the beast. He's 31 as well, though, so they are older at corner. Dwight Lowry and TJ McDonald Jr. Okay. Well, this will be interesting. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to get this game going, and let's hope we can bounce back from our loss and play good without Dalvin Cook. But this, I think, is going to be possibly the last regular season game that you guys see. And next episode will be us going over the regular season on what happened. Did we make the playoffs? That kind of stuff. And then focusing on the playoffs, because these rebuilds / GM modes are supposed to go at a little faster pace, though I do extend the video length dramatically so we get that gameplay that we want, so we can get storylines. I personally am watching the games. You guys, if you like the gameplay, you can have that option to watch them as well. So I really, real quick, my thoughts: Madden 18 versus Madden 24. I think Madden 24 is better in every category for the draft, the salary cap if it's fixed, the menus, the sliders, the control, and all that. But I will say the one thing that this game, which is sad to say, beats, in my opinion, is gameplay. Like, actually watching the games is fun. Like, seeing the hard hits. I know at times it can look a little wonky, but the physics-based engine in this game is so fun. Seeing the players actually juke out other players and watching the D linemen actually try to get to the quarterback. It looks like they're actually physical players trying to get there. And then just, I don't know, the gameplay, man. The gameplay is in my opinion more enjoyable than Madden 24's gameplay. With that being said, obviously with Madden, there's never a perfect Madden. It's always what end of the sword do you want to take kind of thing. And I do think the progression is a little outdated in this game with the XP and how you just select where they get better. I do prefer the modern day Madden's menus and the behind the scenes work, but the gameplay is just not enjoyable as much as this one is. So I'm going to enjoy this. I'm going to sit back and enjoy this fantasy draft. I've never done a fantasy draft franchise before, and we're off to a really good start. I feel like we broke the game, like with the team we've built. It's so good. Then again, if we lose against the Chiefs here and we're 4-2, we're not as good as I thought. So,
everyone, I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today we'll see one of the more dangerous passing offenses. The Chiefs are top 10 in passing TDs, and they'll go against the Steelers, who are very aware of what they'll be dealing with. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, as always, it is a frenzied atmosphere inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Kansas City Chiefs. Hello again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, we look at this Chiefs ball club, They're off to a terrific start, unbeaten at 5-0 through the first month and change.
And you can hang a lot of this early success on their defense, too. They're the tone setters for these guys, and the entire team feeds off of what they do.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, they coming off their very first loss of the year, suffered a week ago.
Yeah, it will not be a perfect season, but I'm interested to see how they bounce back now that they know that chasing the 1972 Dolphins is out the window.
Now a first down carry. It's Hill. He showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. The numbers for Hill a week ago: 23 carries, 80 yards.
Well, he's the number 2 runner in the league, and you just know the offensive line wants to get him to number 1 because most of the good ball carriers, they take care of their linemen. Could be a gold watch in their future if he becomes the leading rusher.
Again, they run with Hill, and he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
I haven't been a defensive coordinator yet. The thing 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job. Hold him to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on first down. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. They'll try to run with McKinnon, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. So an even first quarter on the scoreboard, but the threat of points on the horizon. 0-0 our score, and we're back to Arrowhead after this. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the 2nd quarter. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. And it's caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
They'll run it with Hill. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Jeremy Hill, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are in for 6. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a Jeremy Hill touchdown run. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Davante Adams with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
It's never fun for a defense to run on the field knowing that they're having to defend a short field. Just the idea of trying to limit an offense in that position, daunting for a defense.
They'll run on first down. Hill. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 10 more there and another first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They stick on the ground on first down with Hill. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
On second down, Hill. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And able to work his way down to the 16. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. We're just 2 minutes away from sending you to Orlando for Larry Ridley in our EA Sports Halftime Report, so don't forget about that coming up shortly.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a halftime without him, and we thank him for doing the highlights. Let's go get a snack.
On 3rd and 1, Ryan.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. To throw, it's Mahomes. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Mahomes to throw on second down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's going to let this one go deep. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
They're definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. On first down, Richardson. And some space here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And Crosby puts it through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This will be from 49 yards out. And this one is right down the middle. So we've come upon halftime here in Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top. As we'll they start the drive on the ground with Hill. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On second down, here's Ryan. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
The offense on third down tonight, 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. They're looking at third and a few inches. Now it's Ryan. And he finds Cook. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
They go play action here on first down. And Cook has it left side. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. He's got it. It's Escobar. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
To throw again is Ryan. Escobar with it over the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Hill. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
I think I like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
And once again, Hill, he's been busy. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
They allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. The Chiefs on third down. They've had plenty of success. 8 conversions, looking for a 9th. This is 3rd and 11. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. This will be caught at about the 5. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth, when the balls are right.
And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Matt Ryan, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
And this is what coaches talk about, never being satisfied. No matter what the lead, always trying to increase it. You never know what can happen.
Scoreboard there in the 4th quarter down in Arizona. And give that one to the Cardinals as they wind up winners. Julio Jones, a terrific game for him, over 100 yards receiving, including a touchdown. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Kansas City, they remain as hot as anyone at 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Oakland Raiders. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. First down carry for Henry. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. On second down, here's Henry. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. Things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
On first down, Mahomes. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Corey Graham. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And from the 3 now, it's second and goal. Derrick Henry. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up 4th. And Bullock will put this one through. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And the interception that ended their previous drive, that might be one we look back on and say that was the turning point of this game.
Hey, partner, guess what? There's still time for a few more turning points in this ball game. They're only 1 score down.
Yeah, true. We could have some twists and turns. Stay tuned. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be a second down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on second down. Now Mahomes throwing on second down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want...
And now here is another interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And the return across midfield into the 46. Best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Pittsburgh.
into the NFL on EA Sports. Happy New Year, everybody. In today's late season matchup, we have two teams who have victory on their minds. It's the Browns going up against the Steelers.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, and Heinz Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. 25. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll be led out by their 6-year quarterback out of Texas A&M, and that's Ryan Tannehill.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that, and they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field, and when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The numbers a week ago from Melvin Gordon. 19 carries, 56 yards.
And that explosive run right there reminds me that last week ran the ball really well, so they're continuing to do what they did in the previous game, run the ball and run it successfully. Expect that to continue throughout this one.
Now Gordon on first down. Gordon loses the football. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. So after nearly turning it over, new life here for the offense on second down. They'll try the air now with Tannehill, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A look at the numbers for Thomas from a week ago. 5 catches, 82 yards.
And he was able to pull that last pass in, but he's going to face a tall order here because he's going up against the number 2 unit in the NFL against the pass.
Now a play fake here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Justin Durant leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run. Now they'll need to drop something good here on 3rd and 13. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, here's Tannehill. To the right side here, the tight end Thomas. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And here comes a top 10 pick to lead him. Actually, he was number 10 in this last year's draft, the rookie from Texas Tech, Patrick Mahomes.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost. Yeah. How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball,
and he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Kerry Hyder in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
On second down, here's Mahomes. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Look at the spin.
Balance.
A gain of 39 that time. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed it, it would have been a long night.
And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. The numbers for Hightower last week, 14 carries, 56 yards.
And to me, the goal is the exact same thing as last week. Get him the ball early and often. I think he's got another big game in him in this one.
If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
They go again with Hightower, and he'll get it down here to the 43. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Mahomes now on first down. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's a carry now for Mike Gillislee. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Well, they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Now Hightower. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Kobe Fleener, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. Oh, such great concentration. They're going right up against the side of the end zone, but able to get the feet in bounds.
There's so many things that go into that catch, and you just mentioned the concentration, being able to catch the football, get your feet down in bounds, hang on to it all the way through the process of the catch. That was a phenomenal play.
And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not. Ryan Suckup on for the point after. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Browns offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups. Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. Throwing on third down, Tannehill. Going underneath for Gordon. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Here's John Ryan now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. As we know, they had the chance last week, Charles, to lock up the division. Couldn't do it. Now it all comes down to the final week of the season. But once again, they control their destiny.
And that's a good thing. But I wonder about mindset because you mentioned they had a chance to lock it up last week, didn't. Are they bringing extra pressure to themselves now, even though they control their own destiny with a win?
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Allen Bailey in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line. Call it 7 yards on the carry, so a pretty good gain, but still left with a tough 3rd and 8.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Now let's go. Blue landing.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Here's Drew Butler in his 6th year from Georgia to punt this away as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Jones on the return. And now running right through it. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. T.J. Jones, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
And that jumps the excitement level up a few notches, doesn't it? What a big-time punt return for a touchdown. Now their cohorts on the special team side, they've got to add the PAT.
That would be the equalizer. Now Andrew Frank's on for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked.
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. Well, he hasn't made much of an impact. Most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. So they're able to break the tie just before halftime. Now they just don't want anything crazy to happen on the ensuing kickoff.
Yeah, they want to just add the extra point, get the kickoff taken care of, and get to the locker room with the lead that they fought so hard to get.
We find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report.
Here we go. Let's do this. Here's your first half highlights. Steelers have it midway through the first. Hightower's going to haul in the pass, and he'll eventually be brought down, but not before getting to their own 47-yard line. Same drive. Fleener's got the catch here, and he capped off the long drive with a touchdown. That puts them up by a touchdown. Butler's punting it away. Jones is going to try for the return, and he'll take this all the way for a touchdown. 3rd down, inches to go. We're tied back up at 7. Davis got nobody around him on the catch, and 29 yards later, he'll go in for...
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. 3rd down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back.
Holding offense.
That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block would be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Following the penalty, here's Gordon. Calling no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, it was stopped on that play. We've had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to them the rest of the game.
Here's John Ryan now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Elsewhere, 4th quarter score now for Baltimore. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Joe Flacco with 1 touchdown pass thus far. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right?
Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Mahomes now on 1st down. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Nice, well-coached, a team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed as that's going to move the chains.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
On the carry, it's Hightower. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
This is Hightower. He will push his way down to about the 14. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. off here to his running back. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on third down. And to give this time to the tailback. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And Suckup will put this one right through. Elsewhere, 4th quarter score now for Baltimore. And the Ravens have wound up winning that affair. Kirk Cousins, good game throwing the ball, over 300 passing yards. Suckup now set to kick it off following the made field goal. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jackson. A good pickup there, a 22.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
He's back to throw. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Matthews the intended target, and now it's 2nd down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to, you and your brothers, just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact, I don't know, like you said, enough to... And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11, and that's how this one ends, in dramatic fashion in overtime with the interception. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it. And they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for the Steelers, they will indeed finish over 500 at 9-7. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for the Browns, this loss will mean they finish the season right at 500.